So let's.
This way, we back to back. The only way they're going to get you is if I'm dead. But you ain't got to worry about me. I got your back, and I hope y'all have ours.
We got your back. Thank you so much, Representative Jones. You have been powerful. And Representative Reynolds, can you tell people how they can give to help all those who are now, in resistance to this and are in these various states that need help?
Absolutely, and I'm gonna actually send you the link right now, but so you can add it on your website. But
we will.
It's the Texas Legislative Black Caucus, and that is where you can support all of the members of the Texas Legislative Black Caucus. All of the members are united, and we're on the front lines. We're the ones that are going to be impacted the most in terms of we being our constituents, our black communities, because we're the ones that's getting hit hardest by this racial gerrymander. Even though they are hitting Hispanics and other communities, the biggest detriment based on the maps is to African Americans in Texas. And we are the ones that are on the front line leading the resistance, speaking truth to power. And so any help would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to send you right now so that you can be able to add that on there and people will be able to see. And we're not, as Representative Jones said, none of us, we get $600 a month. We don't get any things in terms of like real money. We're basically out of pocket. These fines that we're using, that they're giving us, are $500 a month. We can't even pay for those with campaign funds. We have to pay for that, basically out of pocket. So any help would be greatly appreciated. And we just want to thank everyone that's been giving us prayers, moral support. It has ignited a fire in all of us to keep fighting the good fight. We are inspired and encouraged by the support, and we have finally, we believe we're part of a movement. This is a catalyst for change. This is our civil rights moment right here, right now. And Daryl, you talked about this before. If you ever wonder what you would have done, this is it. Barbara, you have set the tone. This is our Edmund Pettus Bridge moment. This is our civil rights fight right now, and we want everyone to not be on the sidelines. All of us have a role to play. You don't have to have a title, a position, a degree, nothing. Everyone can be a part of this change because we're all in this together, and history will judge us on how we respond to this crisis. And so I'm sending that to you right now so that people who want to, they'll be able to do it. And I appreciate you all from our caucus, from all of our colleagues. We cannot thank you all enough. This is us planting the flag to say, no, we will not surrender. We are going to stand, and this is what we're doing right now.
Well, I want
that's coming over to
Daryl, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Representative Reynolds. What were you saying?
No, I was saying I'm sending that to you right now.
Right. And Daryl, I think we ought to hear from Senator Wilkerson, because I know that she's just going, woo! Because she's been through so many redistricting battles. I know you. So, Dianne, what do you want to say? Not only to Representative Jones, but to Representative Reynolds, but to the nation about what's happening. Tell people, share with us your perspectives.
Representative Reynolds, Mr. Chairman, and Representative Jones, Dianne Wilkerson, former state senator from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I take personal pride in saying that because this is literally the home of the former Governor Elbridge Gerry, for whom gerrymandering is named for.
Lord.
Okay? We have been he was also, in addition to being the former governor of Massachusetts, the 5th vice president of the United States. And so we are inextricably linked. I want to say this, though, to Representative Jones and Reynolds. I thought that we had the most crazy redistricting story in Massachusetts in history. I have been involved in every redistricting since 1980, so 5 decades of redistricting. We had in 2000 redistricting a situation where our Speaker of the House in the redistricting in the capital city of Boston, where I live, piled all of the black people into one House district, was sued and perjured himself on the stand in federal court and had to resign his position as Speaker in October of 2004. Okay? So I have some stories to tell. I have never witnessed or heard anything like this. So this is I don't want you to understand how proud we are of you and for what you are doing. You have to know that if a similar situation happened in many other states, and I would dare to say Massachusetts including, some of our black folks wouldn't go. This would be a Harriet Tubman moment. The fact that you all have stayed together, that you are all in, is so incredibly important and significant to us. And just know that we recognize what significance Texas is going through is to all of us. And so on behalf of every person who cannot speak to you today, black folk and our allies across this country, I want to say thank you. God be with you. This is complete and total madness, but it's happening because every time we think that they have hit rock bottom, a hole opens and they fall deeper. And I have a feeling they are not done yet. So just know we're watching. We are going to be encouraging people to help support financially. As the treasurer of TJC, I personally respect and appreciate your accolades to the Transformative Justice Coalition. And when you started, Representative Reynolds, oh my goodness. You know, some of the people that have been absented from Texas are in Massachusetts. I know New York, Illinois. We can't give you any more because we have an all-Democratic congressional delegation, and it's going to stay that way. But I don't want anybody who's listening to underestimate. This is our fight. This is our fight. You think this is about Texas? I have this vision in my head, Barbara, of the dog chasing the ambulance, and what do they do when they catch them? I have been wondering since this story came up. What does the FBI do when they find you? They have absolutely no legal, constitutional, state jurisdiction on you. They cannot put their hands on you, and the President of the United States can't order them to do it. So what do they do? And how does Senator Cornyn, who himself fled from D.C. to avoid addressing the issue of the day, have the audacity to suggest that the FBI should go and bring state legislators back when he himself and the other Republican colleagues fled out of Washington, D.C. in the middle of the night? And all of the business on the table. So I got so many things in my head. I am both, my heart is beating. I am rooting for you. We are with you. And we're just so proud of you. Thank you, Daryl and Barbara, as always, for providing the opportunity. This is what TJC does. But this is a moment and a movement.
It absolutely is a movement, Dianne. You're absolutely right. One of the things that happened while some of the representatives from Texas were in Chicago is that they went around and they did a church roundup. I guess Representative Reynolds is the best way to call it, where they attended several churches. But it wasn't the attending the churches that I wanted to lift up. What I wanted to lift up about what they did this past weekend was that as they went around to these different churches, as they went over to Rainbow Push, black lawyers went where they went because they wanted to be certain that if anybody showed up to mess with any of these Texas representatives, that the black lawyers wanted them to know that we got your back and we got your front, and they got to come through us, and we're going to push them to the courts. This is one of the things where the National Bar Association and other organizations have got to be certain that they jump to the front of this line to protect these lawmakers that are trying to protect black and brown voters in the state of Texas and black and brown voters across the country. That's important. And Representative Reynolds, I hope you're still with us, because they got y'all in on the farce of saying that they were going for the flood emergency relief and something about trans bathrooms and the use of bathrooms in Texas, and then switch the game, switch the practice once you got into session. But we certainly wanted to talk about that importance, Barbara, of black lawyers and everybody stepping up at this moment to protect them.
And Daryl, I'm still here. I definitely agree with you, and I want you to know that we appreciate the National Bar Association. We appreciate the black lawyers are so pivotal in this moment to be on the front line to help fight with the legal representation and litigation. So in the spirit of Charles Hamilton Houston and Thurgood Marshall, we certainly need those freedom fighting lawyers, like you and Barbara Arnwine and LDF and everybody, because it's an all hands on deck moment. And so you are absolutely right. And let me just say finally, I don't want to take up much time, but the response from the churches that we visit was powerful, man. I mean, I've been going to church all my life, but I've never been received like that, walking into a church where people didn't even know me. But people are hungry for people who want to stand up. They want people to. This is a pivotal moment where people aren't looking for cowards. They're looking for people to strength. And that is why, people were criticizing Jeffries and Schumer before, because they say y'all are our so-called leaders, but where's the leadership? Why is nobody speaking out? Why are we just hearing from Crockett and others? We want to hear from our leaders. So people are hungry for people who are authentic and willing to fight and stand up. And that is what we're willing to do. And I can't thank you all enough. The speaker who spoke just before, we appreciate you. We hear you. We appreciate, Massachusetts. We appreciate people who are doing their part all over these United States of America.
And Ron Reynolds, don't leave yet, because we got to talk about Washington, D.C. We got to talk about the so-called takeover. This invasion of
martial law, military state, whatever you want to call it. This is unbelievable.
It is outrageous. All of the, ATF, they've called up the National Guard, they've called up, FBI, they have called up every law enforcement agency they can find. When D.C.'s crime rate, everybody listen across the country, D.C.'s crime rate is been down for 2 years at a record low. This is insane that this man is doing this because Musk is upset because one of his people got into an altercation in D.C. And so all of a sudden the whole District of Columbia has to be occupied by these forces. I don't know if Dr. Elsie Scott has been able to join us. Dr. Scott, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
There you are. Yes. Great. Dr. Scott, I've introduced you already, told everybody about your incredible credentials. Can you tell people about the article that you have written and tell people your highlights about why we all everywhere in this country, not just in the District of Columbia, not just in surrounding Maryland or Virginia, why everybody should be worried about this D.C. takeover?
Thank you for having me, and thank you for calling me yesterday.
Yes, thank you.
And I was in the middle of trying to write up this article because I was just so mad. I was so disgusted. And but I first also want to salute my brothers and sisters who are in the fight in Texas. And I just say, keep on, keep it on. But what we have here in D.C. now, we have the president taking over D.C. government. And he's starting with the police department. But really what he wants to do is to get rid of the Home Rule Act that gave us some limited home rule, but we are still the only place
in the continental United States that has taxation without representation. We pay taxes just like every other state, but we don't have elected representatives here. And now he's taken